सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे 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 सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं रे 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 सर्वं ब्रह्ममयं Good morning, namaskaram.
Namaste, sir.
Yeah. Are you able to hear? Audio is clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay, we'll start. Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om. Om Sadashivasamarambham Sankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Sankaram Sankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutra Bhashya Kritau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punah Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnur Gurur Devo Maheshwarah Guru Sakshat Param Brahma Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha Vasudevasutam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam Vyasena Grathitam Purana Munina Madhye Mahabharatam Advaitamrtavarshinim Bhagavatim Ashtadashadhyayinim Ambatvamanusandathami Bhagavad Gite Bhavadveshinim Namostute Vyasa Vishala Buddhe Pullarabindayada Patranetra Yena Tvaya Bharata Taila Purnaha Prajwalido Jnanamaya Pradipaha Prapanna Parijataya Totra Vetraikapanaye Jnanamudraya Krishnaya Gita Mrtaduhe Namaham Sarvo Panishado Gavo Dogdha Gopalanandanaham Partho Vatsas Sudhir Bhokta Dugdham Gita Amritam Mahat Vasudevasudam Devam Kamsachanuramardanam Devaki Paramanandam Krishnam Vande Jagadgurum Bhishmadronatata Jayadratha Jala Gandhara Nilopala Shalyagrahavathi Kripena Vahani Karnena Velakula Ashwathama Vikarna Ghora Makara Duryodhana Vartini Sottirna Khalu Pandavai Rananadi Kaivartaka Keshavah Parasharya Vachas Saroja Mamalam Gidartha Gandhotkatam Nanakyanaka Kesaram Harikadha Sambodhana Bodhitam Loke Sajjana Shatpadairaharaha Pepiyamanam Muda Bhuyad Bharata Pankajam Kalimala Pradhamsina Shreyase Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yat Kripatamaham Vande Paramanandamadhavam यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्र रुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. Om. Good morning and namaskaram to all. So we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita. We are in the 11th chapter, Vishwarupa Darshana Yogam. We have completed up to verse number 51. Yeah. Verse number 51 we finished. Vishwarupa Darshana Yogam 51. 51st verse was Arjuna Uvacha Drishtvedam Manusham Rupam Tava Saumyam Janardana Idanim Asmi Samvrittaha Sacheda Prakritim Gataha. Arjuna says, Idam Manusham Tava Saumyam Rupam Sachetaha Prakritim Gataha. I have, one second. By seeing your Manusham Rupam, hey Krishna, I saw, after seeing this calm and composed Manusham Rupam, your Rupam, once I saw that, now I am Shanta Hrideha. Now my mind is quiet, it is very calm. The fear is gone, because when he saw the Vishwarupam and then he was scared and he was disturbed by seeing this Kalarupi, Vishwarupam, etc. And then he wanted to see the Divyam Rupam with the Shankha Chakra, Gada, Padma, Kiridam, etc. And after seeing that, and then when he saw that Manusham Rupam, that natural, normal Manushya Rupam of Sri Krishna, then he said that I am very calm. Now, now Bhagavan has taken his Manusham Rupam, the Krishna Rupam, and then Bhagavan says, Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. Yeah, we will start from the 52nd. So, Durdarshamidam Rupam Drishtavanasi Yanmama Deva Apyasya Rupasya Nityam Darshana Kamkshinaha. So Durdarshamidam Rupam Drishtavanasi Yanmama Deva Apyasya Rupasya Nityam Darshana Kamkshinaha. Bhagavan says, Mama Yatu Rupam. The Rupam that you saw, which Rupam? The Vishwarupam, right? That is Sarvam Pranamayam. Everything that you see is Prana alone. There is nothing other than Prana, and that is me. That is this whole Vishwarupam as my body. That is Brahman's body, not Krishna's body. Krishna's body is what he has come back now. The Manusham Rupam is what? So Bhagavan says, in the state of Brahman, he says that the Vishwarupam that you saw, yes, Mama Yadu Rupam Drishtavanasi, you saw that Rupam. Which Rupam? Vishwarupam you saw. Du Durdarsham. It is not easy. Even for Devas. Devaha bhi. Right? Even Devas also, it is very difficult for Devas to see this Vishwarupam, which you have seen. Because you are ready to receive that. You are ready to see that Vishwarupam. You are in that state, right? So Durdarsham, very difficult to see. Devaha api, even Devaha api, asya rupasya nityam, asya rupasya nityam darshana kamkshinaha. Want to see this Vishwarupam daily. Who? Even Devas also want to see this Vishwarupam daily at all times, which you have seen. Right? See, this Vishwarupa Darshanam is possible only whose mind is highly purified. Okay, that is everything as prana, including this body and every other bodies here, all the objects and all the minds, everything. One who can see this as prana, okay, is very few people can see this. So what is the qualification required? The mind should be highly purified, right? Ragadveshas are almost nil, and those who are in that highly spiritual plane only will be able to see this Vishwarupam, whose karma vasana is reduced, not only reduced, it's almost nil. So karma vasana has subsided. There is no karma vasana that I have to do this, I have to do that, and I have to get this. All that is gone, and there are no desires also. There are no desires. Only those will be eligible, qualified to see the whole universe as one. So there will be a state in the practice of a sadhaka that at one time this the sadhakan will be able to see that everything is prana. So that is, you can say, equivalent to savikalpa samadhi. Savikalpa samadhi means you are seeing, the seer is there, right? The Arjuna saw that everything is prana. Okay, so and there must be sufficient vairagyam must be there. Then the absolutely no desires, only they will be able to see this Vishwarupam. So this Vishwarupam is possible for people who have been in the practice of reducing their ragadveshas, and they will reduce their ragadvesha, bring down the karma vasanas, etc., and they will be able to see that everything is prana. Okay, so even the devas also will be very difficult for them, because devas also have been enjoying, that enjoyment is there for the devas. So they, of course, they are at a higher level than the human beings, but still it is difficult for even the devas to see them. At sometimes they will be able to see, but not at all times. Nityam not possible. Sudurdarsham idam rupam drishtavanasi yanmama devabhi asya rupasya nityam darshana kamshidam. They want to see it at all times. They will be able to see every now and then, but not at all times. See, you can think of this devas as our indriyas also. So the indriyas are governed, or the indriyas, the jnanendriyas are the panchabhutas only, like the space, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandham. It's all come from, it's not come from. The sattva guna of the panchabhutas are our indriyas. So the indriyas also will not be able to see this Bhagavan, Vishwarupam, because the indriyas are enjoying only the objects, right? The indriyam, the Shravanendriyam will be able to hear things like that, and the Shravanendriyam, Shabda, Sparsha, Rupa, Rasa, Gandham, the taste that is experienced by the water is Sattva Gunam, is our the taste indriya, right? So like that, these indriyas, if you take them as devas, they also will not be able to see this Vishwarupam. But a sage will be able to see. Sage means one who has mastered the indriyas. They will be able to, the sages, the rishis, they will be able to see this Vishwarupam. The jnanis will be able to see this Vishwarupam. And those who have it highly spiritual plane, they will be able to see this Vishwarupam. So this, a sadhaka, one who is in the path of spirituality, one who is in the Atma Vicharam, who is thinking about this, what is me, what is my true nature, what is this Jagat, etc. One who analyzes this will see that everything is prana, the individuals, this and that, you, me, etc., they don't exist. Everything is also that Bhagavan's Rupam, or everything is prana. Okay, so this is the Savikalpa Samadhi, and progressing in this Savikalpa Samadhi for a long time, will lead to Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Okay, so continuing. So then what is the heart should be pure and should have bhakti or devotion towards the Bhagavan. So this bhakti should be nishkama bhakti. Remember, nishkama bhakti. I don't want anything for me. In that, I don't want anything for me. And all the karmas are offered to Bhagavan as an offering only. Bhagavat Puja. Then they will only be able to see this. So Durdarsham idam Rupam. This Rupam will be able to see by them only. Continuing. Then let us see what Bhagavan says. Why he says so durdarshanam? Why it is so difficult to see this Vishwarupam? Let us see. Let us hear from Bhagavan. Naham vedair na tapasa na danena na chejaya shakya evam vidho drashtum drishtavanasi mam yatha. One more time we'll read. Naham vedair na tapasa na danena na chejaya shakya evam vidho drashtum drishtavanasi mam yatha. Yatha mam drishtavanasi. The way you saw me, as Vishwarupam, evam vidaha aham drashtum, that way to see me, evam vidaha aham drashtum, means the way that you saw me, the way I was, that is Vishwarupam. Vedaihi na shakyaha. It is not possible to see this Vishwarupam by, one second. It is not possible to see this Vishwarupam by Vedaihi na shakyaha. By Vedaihi means by chanting Veda mantras or learning Veda mantras, okay, or teaching Veda mantras will not help. It is not possible to see this Vishwarupam by chanting mantras or learning mantras Vedaihi. Then na tapasa, not by austerity, not by doing any sort of tapas, like standing on one leg or not eating for one day or not eating in the night only, or I will not eat this particular type of food. Okay, all that, any sorts of tapas people do. By doing that tapas, already Bhagavan explained in earlier, if you 2 or 3 verses before only, Bhagavan said the same thing. It's a repetition. Yeah, 48th verse. Na veda yajnadhyayanair na dhanaihi na chakriyabhir na tapobhirugraihi. The same. Evam rupa shakya aham nriloke drashtum twadanyena guru pravira. 48th verse. So this is almost a repetition, that only. Vedaihi na shakyaha. Not possible by studying Vedas or stotras or chanting stotras, etc. It is not possible to see this Vishwarupam. Na tapasa. Not by doing any ugra tapas. Then na danena, not by giving charity, doing danam, etc. Okay, pouring money into the hundi of any temple. See, these things are not bad. Okay, please don't get me wrong. These things are not bad. We will explain why these are necessary. These are to be done. But by doing this, you will not get it. Okay, then why do we do that? We will say. We will see. Na danena, not by charity, etc. Na ijjayacha, not through yaga, yajna, agnihotram, or there are various kinds of yagas and yajnas are there, right? Or by doing some yajnam or yagam, etc. It is not possible to. Are you able to see, or any disturbance?
No disturbance, sir.
Okay, right. So,
No, sir.
Okay. So, not by na dhanena, na ijjaya, not through yajna, yaga or sacrifice, etc. All this, it is not possible to see me as the as Vishwarupam. It is not possible. Yeah. So there is a conversation uh, between Vedavyasa and Narada Muni. Srimad Bhagavata Katha Sandarbham. Okay? Bhagavata Katha Sandarbham, where Bhagavan Vedavyasa was little unhappy even after writing so many Puranas and including Mahabharatam also. Right? After even writing Mahabharatam also, he was little unhappy. So Narada finds Bhagavan Vedavyasa and asks him, why are you unhappy? So Bhagavan says, Vedavyasa says that you only tell me why. Then Narada Muni says that it is because you gave too much importance to the dharma. You gave too much importance to dharma. Dharma means action, sort of this action, that action. See, dharmam, general, in the general term, dharmam, what do we mean by doing? Any sorts of activities that you do in the transaction. Okay, in the loka vyavaharam, what we do the right thing, that is, we call it as dharma. So you gave too much importance to that, but you forgot to say that there is nothing other than Bhagavan. So you have to write something where there is nothing other than God. Only God alone is here. That is how Vedavyasa wrote the Srimad Bhagavatam. So that is the context. See, Maharshe, to remove dukkham, we have to get rid of all the raga dveshas, right? All the karma vasana to be removed. So removal of the karma vasana is what lead to knowing yourself, knowing Bhagavan. So removal of karma vasanas is very important here. Okay. So to remove dukkham, each one has to do the karma as a karma yoga. It should be done as karma yogam or as brahma yajnam. There is no other way. See, karma is bondage. Okay. So to remove karma, there is no use advising to do more karma. Understand? To remove karma, there is no use in advising more karma, to do more. Okay, you do this, you do that. Okay, then it is of no use. So there is a verse where Narada Muni says, Amayo yascha bhutanam jayate yena suvrata tadeva hyamayam dravyam na punati chikitsitam. The meaning is, see, if someone gets sick, okay, if someone gets sick by a particular type of food, then do we give the same food as a medicine? Do we give the same food again to that person? If someone is getting sick by, say, ghee, stomach trouble because of having more ghee, having more ghee, he had stomach trouble. So, does anyone gives ghee to that person? No. But if you go to a Vaidya, go to a doctor, Ayurvedic doctor, what he gives is, to remove the trouble of the ghee, he mixes medicine inside the ghee and he gives. Like, let it be Chavanaprasham or Agasya Rasayanam, or there are so many Ayurvedic medicine which is given for the stomach trouble which is caused by ghee. But the doctor is prescribing a medicine along with ghee, right? So like that, the problem is karma. The karma is the problem. Because of the karma bandham, the bondage has happened. To remove the karma vasana, there is no other way than doing the karma as an offering to God. See, the karma, how the karma becomes a bondage is we do karma to acquire something. Why do we need to acquire something without which I will be unhappy? Right? Money, let it be money, name and fame, or all that. If we don't have it, if you don't get money, or if you don't have that relation, we are unhappy. So for that we strive, we do more action, we do more karma, more job, or whatever you call it. Many actions are done to acquire that. This is bondage. Okay, this is the bondage, because that will never be satisfied. Even if we be happy for a few moments or a few minutes or few years, it will lead to dukkham again. So this ups and downs of this acquiring things and happy and unhappy is this roller coaster which is happening up and down all the time. It is the bondage of karma. This is what we call it, karma bandham. So how to get rid of this karma vasana? This is called the karma vasana. How to get rid of it? We have to do the same karma only. But this time, we are not doing that karma to acquire something. Okay, this is what is for the problem with the ghee. The Vaidya or the doctor is prescribing a medicine with little bit of ghee. He gives that medicine, but there is medicine inside. That medicine is the karma yoga. Karma is done as a yoga, as an offering to God. Okay, and who is this God? That you see, that whatever you see, whatever you smell, whatever you taste, everything is God. Okay, so this has to be, this tattvam has to be understood clearly. After understanding the tattvam means this jnanam. What is my true nature? My true nature is not this body, my true nature is not this mind, but that which is there inside me. I don't need anyone else to tell me that you are there. I know myself that I am there, I exist, and I know I exist. This knowledge, and is this body? No, I am not this body. I don't need somebody else to tell me that you are alive. It's very clear. I am alive, nobody need to tell me. That thing which is there in me is sushuptaika siddhaha. It is there always, even in a deep sleep. Even in my deep sleep, I don't know my body. I have no experience of my sense organs. I don't have a mind. I don't have even that ahankara, but I am there. Right? So that which is there without this body and ahankara, etc., which is there, is the true nature. That is me. That is my true nature. One who understands this, he or she will see that everything around, in all beings around, that thing alone exists. Okay, that is called, we call it Atma. So Atman alone exists here, and it is infinite. Right? It is infinite, because the world, the universe is infinite, and this is even more than that. Right? It is more than that. In consciousness only everything appears. In consciousness, the whole universe appears. To whom? To you, to me, to others. Each one with as per their sense organs it appears. So what is the truth? The truth is consciousness, and this consciousness is happy at all times without acquiring something. Okay, this consciousness is ever happy, that we experience in our sushupti. Okay, so the same thing is there everywhere. This knowledge will release us from the bondage of I want something for my happiness. Okay, if I don't get it, I will be unhappy. This goes off. But still there is the action has to be done, because there is some urge to do that action. Right? As a mother, as a father, as a child, as an office bearer, or as a teacher, or whoever. as a Kshatriya or any Varna, Ashrama, Dharma, as per their location in life, they have the urge to do something. Okay, now you understand that this is the problem. This is the problem with the ghee. So you apply the ghee with this medicine. What is the medicine? Aham Brahmasmi medicine. Right? This Aham Brahmasmi medicine or Sarvam Brahmamayam medicine, with that medicine, this karma is done. Okay? You take that ghee with this medicine of Sarvam Brahmamayam, which removes. Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa says that to remove a thorn, a kata or a thing, you have to use another big thorn and you remove it and you throw both outside. We don't remove it and then put that one inside, insert it inside, right? So similarly, the karma vasana is removed by doing a karma as an offering to God, as a Brahma Yajnam. Okay, so that is how all the actions mentioned here to be done. Let it be chanting of mantras, let it be learning of mantras or stotras, let it be the tapas, austerity or gift. Everything is done to remove the ahankara, to remove there is nothing mine, I don't want anything. In that knowledge, we do all the karma. Then the urge to do also falls off. Okay, you got it? So that is why these to be done, that is this learning Vedas. But if we do the chanting of Vedas to boost our ego, or if we do dhanam etc. to make us popular, name and fame etc., then what will happen? It will lead us more away and away from realizing God. We will go away and away from realizing God. This is to be understood. So let it be tapas, let it be dhanam, let it be yajanam, sacrifices, agnihotradi, any of this. If we do that, it will move us away from, not only move us away, it will do more trouble. It will give more karma vasana. It will add up. It will thicken up the layers. Right? The layers will be more and more thickened. Ragadveshas will go on increasing. So this is what is this amayo yasya bhutanam jayate yena suvrata tadeva hyamayam dravyam na punati chikitsitam. So this is what Narada told Vedavyasa. So you write something where it is Sarvam Brahmamayam. There is only God here, only Bhagavan is there. That is how Srimad Bhagavatam came. Okay. So the qualification to have Brahmajnanam or Atmajnanam is Sadhana Chatushtaya Sambatti. Sadhana Chatushtaya Sambatti is Nitya Vivekam. What is real, what is unreal. Right? Only Atma is real. All the names and forms are unreal. Vairagyam, which leads to Vairagyam. That is, these objects, whatever is there, the money, property, relations, etc., are not going to give me ultimate happiness. So there will be a separation between these objects and me at all times. This is Vairagyam. So we don't have that affinity, or without which I will be unhappy attitude. That will not be there, Vairagyam. Then Shamadhi Shatka Sambatti. We will have Shama, we will develop Shamam, control of the mind, control of sense organs, then withdrawal from unwanted things, withdrawal from unwanted actions, Uparama, Titiksha, endurance, that Shita, Ushna, Sukha, Dukkham, etc., endurance without grudge, right? Titiksha, then Shraddha, belief, total true belief in Guru Vakyam and the scriptures, and Samadhanam, concentration of the mind, focus. So samadhi, shatka, sampati, these 6 qualification. Then also, of course, there should be a very strong desire to be free from the disturbances of the mind, the tapatrayam, from all sort of disturbances. I want to be free. That mumukshutvam, I want to know Bhagavan, through which I will have no dukkham. This should be there. So these qualifications are necessary to have atmajnanam, and this is obtained, or this removal of this impurities is obtained by performing actions as a yogam, as a yajnam. All my actions are an offering to God. So that is why in Kathopanishad says, Nayamatma pravachanena labhyah na medhaya na bahuna shrutena yamaivaiva vrunute tena labhyah tasyaisha atma vivrunute tanum swam. Kathopanishad says that this Atman is not attained through scriptural teachings. You can't get it by learning a lot of Vedas or able to chant a lot of mantras, etc. Even not by the intellect power, na medhaya, very highly intelligent person, right? That person, that high intellect also will not help us understanding this Brahman, or realizing this Brahman. Then not scriptures, then namedaya na bahuna shrutena, by listening to again and again this Vedanta also will not help. We have to really seriously do Atma Vicharam also, and even then what the Kathopanishad says that whomsoever this Atman chooses, okay, at the end the Atma alone chooses. The Atma means which is the consciousness which is there in each one of us chooses. So Bhagavan only chooses and reveals himself. See, all the efforts that we do, by doing all these karmas, etc., they are to gain material things only. They are to get material things in life. Then why do we do so much of efforts to realize this, realize Atma, etc.? Why we are doing so much of listening and this thing? To, at the end, we will come to know that only Bhagavan can raise us. Only Bhagavan can lift us. Right? So, Paurushena Prayatnena, we have to do Paurushena Prayatnena, we have to do our efforts to stay in this path. Okay, we should strive to stay in this path. Ultimately, the pulling out, we will be pulled out from this only by Bhagavan only. Atma alone can lift us. So that is what he said, Yamaivaiva vrunute tena labhyah. Only the Atma chooses. Only Atma chooses. But then what we have to do? We have to stay in this path. We should not deviate from this path. Right? So whatever we see, this is the difference between willpower and fate. Okay, so I will explain here clearly. Suddenly I remembered this point. Willpower and fate. If everything is fate, then why do we need to do this Paurushena Prayatnena, Uddhared Atmanatmanam, etc.? Why do we need to do that? There is a question arises. Many people argue also. If everything is fate, then why do I have to do this sadhana? Why do I have to listen to Vedanta? Why do I have to read Bhagavad Gita, etc.? If everything is fate, let it come when it comes. Not like that. See, this is like this. Suppose a person is got stranded away from home. Okay? Suppose from Bangalore is the home, and from there the person has somehow landed in Delhi, for example. Okay, so the person takes a train, buys a ticket and takes a train from Delhi to Bangalore. That he first decides. Okay, first he decides that I want to go home, and then takes a ticket and then boards a train. On the way from Delhi to Bangalore, there may be many stations. Okay, So each station, some stations will have lot of food available, some stations will have only water available, some stations will have only fruits available, some stations will have nothing, not even water also. So like that, there are many stations in between which where the person might get down or might get something or might not get something. But at every station, the person must make sure that he boards the train again. That's all. So whatever is available on the way from Delhi to Bangalore is the prarabdha. That is fate. Okay. So during the travel from Delhi to Bangalore, whatever, if the heat, the rains or whatever, or the food available in whichever way, that is the prarabdha or that is the fate. But remaining, trying to come back to this train again and again, even when all these are happening, is the paurusham, that is the willpower. Okay, so this is the clear understanding between willpower and fate. So please remember this: willpower is to stay in the path of spirituality, and fate is in this path. Whatever we come across, whatever experiences that we go through is fate. Even when all this is happening, let it be a pleasant thing or let it be an unhappy thing, let it be favorable or unfavorable, but I will stick to the path of spirituality. I will always remember that whatever I see, smell, taste, etc. is Bhagavan alone. Okay, this is the Paurushena Prayatnam. This is the willpower which we have. Suddenly I remembered, that is why I said this. So we'll move to the 54th verse. Bhaktya Bhaktya tvananyaya sakyaham ahamevam vidhorjuna jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Bhaktya tvananyaya sakyah ahamevam vidhorjuna jnatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Arjuna, Parantapa, Arjuna who causes terror into the enemies, that is Parantapa. Evam vidaha aham. Okay, the way you saw me as Vishwarupam, you saw me aham, I Vishwarupam, you saw me as Vishwarupam, ananyaya bhaktya jnatum drashtum cha. Ananyaya bhaktya, undistracted bhakti, undistracted love. Jnatum, okay, jnatum, that is realizing. Drashtum cha, to see also. Tatvena praveshtum cha, that is merge in me. Tatvena, tatvena, to merge in me, means to me that merging in me, okay, entering me, praveshtum cha, as that, sakyaha, you will be able to do that. We'll explain. To realize the truth, okay, to realize the truth, that means this, understand that aham brahmasmi and realizing it, mean really experiencing it, assimilating the knowledge that aham brahmasmi. What is the most mandatory requirement is ekanta bhakti. Ekanta bhakti is ananya bhakti. Okay, love or bhakti or devotion focused on only one vastu. Okay, the mind should be focused only on one thing, that is vyavasayatmika buddhi rekha. So buddhi is to be focused, ekanta bhakti, devotion should be only towards Bhagavan, Atma alone. not scattered, not broken up here and there. I want money also, I want that also, along with that I want Bhagavan also. Not like that. I want only God. Okay, that is pure love towards Bhagavan. That is Ananya Bhakti. And that vastu means that Atma in self and outside also, as well as in me, as well as outside as well. And to reach here, okay, there can be, someone can do Sagunopasana without any problem. We can have Sagunopasana. Sagunopasana is any Ishta Devata, one who has. Ishta Devata can be Shiva, Ishta Devata can be Vishnu or Durga or anyone, Ganapati or Devi, any. So whoever is the Ishta Devata, okay, think at all times that it is this Devada's Leela. Whatever is happening here, whatever the things are happening in my life as well as in others, it is that Bhagavan's Leela. It is all that is happening is Bhagavad Ichha. It is the God's wish. It is nothing my wish. Okay, all that is happening is Bhagavad Ichha. This leads, okay, always thinking this all the time, that whatever is happening in my life is that Bhagavad Ichha. It is the God's wish. There is nothing my wish. This leads to one pointedness of the mind. This leads to the Prana Sakshatkaram. That is, it will lead that everything is that Bhagavan alone. It will definitely lead. We all should try and we should not forget this. This Prana Sakshatkaram does not mean something which is impossible. It is very much possible for us. The only requirement is Ananya Bhakti. Remember this, Ananya Bhakti. Devotion towards only one. One means Ishta Devata, let it be, and then it leads to Prana Sakshatkaram, and that will lead. Okay, that is, once you have this Prana Sakshatkaram, you see that everything is that Bhagavan alone, Ishta Devata, it can be Ishta Devata alone, that will lead to Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Nirvikalpa Samadhi means that gets assimilated. It totally gets assimilated, that leads to total Shanti. Okay, Nirvikalpa, see, Savikalpa Samadhi and Nirvikalpa Samadhi, difference is this much only. Savikalpa Samadhi is, you need the Buddhi. We need to be aware, okay, that Buddhi should be there, intellect should be there to apply. Intellect should be there to apply the fact that Sarvam Brahmamayam, everything is that Ishtadevata only, and whereas Nirvikalpa Samadhi, even Buddhi is not necessary. Naturally, you know that Sarvam Brahmamayam, including this body as well. There is nothing other than Brahman. The whole pot is clay, right? The pot, every point in the pot is clay. That is the ultimate Vedanta. The universe that appears in front of you is the Bhagavan alone. There is nothing other than God. This knowledge is, when it is assimilated, that is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. In Nirvikalpa Samadhi state, you don't need intellect to tell you, okay, to tell you that Sarvam Brahmamayam. Okay, I hope it is very clear. So this leads to Nirvikalpa Samadhi, where only Tattvam exists, only Brahman exists. That is the word Tattvena Pravesham. Did we leave any? Yeah. Okay. Here only. Tattvena Praveshtum. Yeah, it's correct. So, this knowledge that everything is God, God alone exists here, this is the Tattvena Pravesham here. So, Ekanta Bhakti is very, very, very important. So what happens is, a devotee, he gives up all his dependence on anything. He leaves all his dependence on the money, property, other relations, own body, okay, does not depend on anything. The only thing is God alone. Only Bhagavan is here. Okay, He is the supporter for us. There is nothing. This conviction, this total conviction from the bottom of our heart, it should be the real. Okay, it is not to tell people or show others. It should be from within, that God alone exists and He is the supporter, and I don't depend on anything here. Okay, that must be there. That is Ananya Bhakti. And also, there is no separation from God. Remember, there is no separation from God. What is separation? There is no space between me and Bhagavan. Okay, there is no separation. There is no space. So that means all the time Bhagavan is there, not with me. When you say with me, without any separation. Not that Bhagavan is there outside and then He is with me. Not like that. Bhagavan is there with me all the time, at all times. Okay, no separation between Jiva and Bhagavan. This is what is called merging. Okay, this is the tattvena pravishtum. The word is there, no? Tattvena pravishtum. Cha. Tattvena pravishtum. Jnatum, realizing. That is clear understanding. Drashtum cha. Meant to see that very clearly. To see that very clearly in our intellect. Okay, to see that this tattvam very clearly in our intellect, and when it is the practice continues, this is Abhikalpa Samadhi, continues for longer time, it leads to this praveshtum cha. That means there is no separation between Jiva and Bhagavan. So there is no difference between Aham and Brahma. Aham, Brahma, Asmi means there is no separation. All merged together. This is the merging. We'll move to the last verse, 55th verse. Yeah. 55th verse, 55th. Mat karma krit mat paramaha mad bhaktas sangavarjitaha nirvairas sarvabhuteshu yassa mameti pandava. Yassa mameti pandava. One more time. Mat karma krit mat paramaha mad bhaktas sangavarjitaha nirvairas sarvabhuteshu yassa mameti pandava. Bhagavan concludes this chapter with this beautiful verse. This verse is the seed for the next chapter, Bhakti Yoga. So Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, before the correcting, what he says is that Adhuna sarvasya Gita Shastrasya sarabhutaha arthaha nishreyasarthaha anushtheyatvena samuchitya uchyate. Okay, what he says, Bhagavan Shankaracharya says, this verse is condensing the entire Gita Shastra. Okay, the entire Gita Shastram essence is there in this verse. Bhagavan reveals that this will directly lead to liberation, realization, etc. We'll see. Hey Pandava, Arjuna, that is son of Pandu Maharaja. Pandava, Mat Karma Krid, who carries out all the actions as an offering to me, mat karma kriti, mat paramaha, whose goal of life, mat paramaha means whose only goal of life is realizing me or being me, merging me. That is the only goal in my life. Mat paramaha, mat bhaktaha. Mat bhaktaha means loving all. Okay, loving all. All the things are divine and I love them all. Mad bhaktaha. Seeing me in everything. Then sangavarjitaha. No me and mine attitude towards any of the objects. Okay, sangavarjitaha. No attachment towards anything including this body. Sangavarjitaha. Sarva bhuteshu nirvairaha. No dvesham, no hatred, okay, no dislike towards sarva bhuteshu, towards all beings here. Every point in this universe, I have no problem. I have absolutely no dislike towards anything here. Not only beings, all the objects here. Okay. Sarva bhuteshu nirvairaha yaha saha. Whoever is there as above, as mentioned above, mameti, he reaches me, he merges in me. Okay. So, earlier already Bhagavan explained about Ananya Bhakti, right? Know the truth, realize the truth, understand the truth intellectually, clearly from a guru, okay, and scriptures, and know that the whole Jagat is Ishvara Swarupam. Know it very clearly in our intellect. Remove all our doubts by studying properly, right? Understanding it from Guru clearly that Sarvam, the whole Jagat, is Ishvara Swarupam. Jagadishvara Swarupam. This Jagat is Jagadishvara Swarupam. Then this Bhakta, okay, whoever is this Bhakta converts his life. He converts his life, whole life, as Brahma Yajnam. Every moment, every movement, right from getting up and brushing our teeth, the brush is also Brahman, the toothpaste also is Brahman, the water is also Brahman, and afterwards when we have breakfast, the idli also is Brahman, the sambar also is Brahman. Everything, coffee, tea, it's not a joke. Everything is Bhagavan alone. It is all the expression of Bhagavan alone. There is nothing other than God. Think right from the moment we wake up till the time we go to sleep. All the time think that everything that I see, smell, taste, etc. is Bhagavan Swarupam. Okay? This is the Ananya Bhakti. This is the practice of whatever we learn. See, the first thing is intellectual clarity that Sarvam Brahmamayam. Second is make the whole life as Brahma Yajnam. See, when we have food, where the Agni Yajanam, when we do is we put the Ahuti into the fire. So here the idli is going inside our stomach. Aham Vaishwanara Bhutva. The Bhagavan is in the form of Vaishwanara. The Jadhara Agni is there that burns the whole food, and then the energy is produced, and this energy is that is coming out through me and expressing it as various things. The same thing is happening in every point in this universe, right? So this life itself is Brahma Yajnam. Any action, okay, this is the second thing we have to do. So the first is know the Tattvam clearly. Second is put it into practice. Then when we do this, any puja, let it be puja also. Okay, let it be puja, or let it be chanting of mantras, or let it be going to the office, or handling our family, all that, everything is the Bhagavan's puja. When this is the mat karma kritvam. Bhagavan said, no, mat karma krit. All the actions as offering to me. This is the word, hey Pandava, Arjuna, mat karma krit. This is the mat karma krit. Whole life as Brahma Yajnam. Okay? Then, along with this, when we do this, what is the goal? My goal is merge with Bhagavan only. There is no other goal. Not making money, not any other thing. That let those things happen. Let those things happen, but I am not, my mind is not towards that. My goal is not that. Let all this happen. Okay, let those things happen in my life, but my goal is merge with God. That is the Bhagavat Prapti, Brahma Prapti, Sarvatra Brahma Darshanam. See Bhagavan everywhere, and that is called Mat Paramatvam. So, Mat Karma Gradu we explained, all actions are Brahma Yajnam, and Mat Paramaha, the only goal of my life is merging with God. Okay, Mat Paramatvam. When we progress like this, okay, when we progress like this, what will happen is, there will be a Savikalpa Samadhi will happen. That means we see that Sarvam Pranamayam, that will happen naturally, and then progressing further, it will lead to Nirvikalpa Samadhi. So this Savikalpa Samadhi, that seeing everything as prana, is the Vishwarupa Darshanam. Okay, that is the Vishwarupa Darshanam, where we will not be scared. We will not get scared, and then Vishwarupa Darshanam will lead continuous. It will lead to Nirvikalpa Samadhi also. Okay, that is seeing divinity everywhere, in everything. That is the Brahma Darshanam. That is Mad Bhaktatvam. Okay, then, so what will happen? Paroksha Jnanam lead to intellectual. Paroksha Jnanam is intellectual understanding from a guru, and Brahma Darshanam becomes Anubhavam. Okay, it becomes Anubhavam, it becomes Darshanam. That is Drishtva. Seeing the reality in everything. Okay, that is Darshanam. Then what happens? Sangam drops. Okay, attachment falls off. Attachment, automatically it falls off. There will be no more attachment towards anything, including this body, and the me, mine, attitude, everything falls off. That is attachment. There is nowhere that is there. That is also falls off. And Swayam, it realizes that I am Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. It is not an intellectual understanding. It is not clearly not intellectual understanding, but it becomes a Anubhavam. There will have absolutely no doubt at all in this. This is what Bhagavan says. That is Tattvena Pravesham. Okay, it's already explained in the previous verse. Tattvena Pravishtam, So here, Mat Karma Krit, Mat Paramaha, Mat Bhaktaha, Sangavarjitaha, Nirvairaha, Sarva Bhuteshu. This leads to no dislike towards anyone, no dislike towards anything. Okay, no, this will happen. Definitely this will happen. There will be Nirvairatvam, and Nirvairatvam is the result of Sarvatra Brahma Darshanam. Nirvairatvam, that means no dvesha towards Sarva Bhutam. Anywhere there is no dvesha is the result of Sarvatra Brahma Darshanam. That is what he says. Yaha samameti Pandava. He merges in me. This is the promise. Okay. So, we have tried to explain this chapter, Vishwarupa Darshanam. And then this verse is the seed for the Bhakti Yogam. Bhakti Yogam is 12th chapter, which we will start in our next class. We don't have time. I want to do a briefing of this Vishwarupa Darshanam. We will do in the next class and continue with the Bhakti Yogam. ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 ॐ हरिः ॐ तत्सत् ब्रह्मार्पणमस्तु
Thank you, sir. Namaste.